What is going on, my future meta millionaires? It is your boy Terry Stonkers, and welcome to the channel, baby. Buy the dip. All right, guys. I know the market is freaking just crazy right now. Everyone's portfolio is bleeding, including yours truly. But it's the market we're in, and it's just like, it's so frustrating. But there is one thing that is keeping me positive right now. Now, I know long term with Mmat stock, we're going to be fine. You just kind of have to ignore the bleeding of the portfolios right now in this current market situation. I know it's hard to do. Portfolios go down 3 to 5% every day. It's getting kind of annoying, but it's kind of like that's what we're used to. We wake up one day, get a green portfolio. We may not know what to do seeing green in the portfolio. Possible still, bleeding going on for the rest of this month. Hopefully 2022 will be a better market for us. But what I want to touch into today's video is going to be that preferred share / dividend. As you can see, as weird as it is, Mmat stock, guys, I don't even have to show you the chart. You know what's going on. We're down 5-8% every single day, getting hammered. But for some reason, the preferred share is up. I mean, look at the one day. We're up 1.6% today. The 5 days we're up 22.5%. The 1 month we're up 21.79%. And of course, I don't need to go 6 months, but you see there, 171%. So one thing I wanted to update you guys on is that we had a tweet out today from the former CEO of Torchlight, which I think is very bullish for the dividend, because you would think that he would maybe have to know maybe something about what's going on behind the scenes. Now, John Berta here was the former CEO of Torchlight, and he has not sold his preferred shares. So here's where METATERRY News retweeted this, and we're going to click on this, guys, and check it out. Here you can see John Berta retweeted George's post about where George and MetaMaterials hired a new employee here. We're going to cover that later in the video. And Dave B here said, did you sell your Mmtlp? And the Honey Badger said, management restricted. How could he sell? Don't be silly. And so that's a good point. He was part of management. He's not allowed to sell. But John Berta here commented back, for clarity, I'm no longer management, and it's been over 90 days since my departure. I'm a consultant to Mmat, and from time to time, I have acknowledged that is not public. I have knowledge that is not public. However, since I have not sold a share of common nor preferred, it's been easy. I'm not restricted otherwise. I just put on the 101st like on that, guys. So there it is. He confirms it. Mr. Berta here, the former CEO of Torchlight, guys, he's eligible to do what he wants with the preferred shares, Mmat stock. And he is saying he has not sold a single share of any of it. That keeps me bullish. That keeps me hopeful. I know we're going to see more bleeding in the portfolio, but that right there, he knows what this is, guys. He knows. And he even says, I'm a consultant to Mmat, and from time to time, I have knowledge that is not public. So he's saying that he has knowledge that is not public knowledge, and he says, however, he has not sold a single share of common or preferred stock. That gets me excited. That the former CEO of Torchlight, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, guys, but I just want to beat this in your heads. I do not want you selling out of your Mmat stock. I do not want you selling out of your preferred shares and losing this dividend. There is some crazy potential on this dividend. And for Mr. Berta here, the former CEO of Torchlight, is not selling a damn thing, including me. I'm not selling a damn thing. That keeps me very hopeful of what the future is going to bring. And the Honey Badger here replied back, good to know, Mr. Berta. Thanks for the clarification. Awesome to know you're still holding all your shares. A great sign for the longs if there ever was one. And I agree. I agree 100% that there was needed. That there was something we needed, guys, in the community. I'm not going to lie. Here we got I don't want to butcher the name, Elsa Kieda joins Meta as Executive Vice President in Corporate Strategy and Partnerships and Innovation. Now, as I scroll down here, Miss Kieda joins after 12 years of Airbus, where she served as the Vice President and head of strategic partnerships and innovation. She was also the chief innovation officer deputy and senior director of business development. She has led various forms of strategic partnerships, including M&A, which is mergers and acquisitions, and joint ventures in the field of aviation services. She has established 15 strategic partnerships with deep tech startups as smart materials and nanocomposites, 3D printing, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and there's just so much more here, guys, that she is going to be a great partnership, which is why I believe you're going to hear Mr. Berta retweeted, he commented on George's post, because he was just saying that we're having a huge lineup here, guys, a huge lineup on the bench, as you would say. Our team is getting stacked with players. You know what I mean? We have players and players and players on this team. And once this market turns around, get ready, man. And I'm just hanging in there tight till this dividend comes out, guys, because I think the dividend is going to be when the market starts turning around, at least possibly for Mmat. Once this dividend comes out, and as crazy as this sounds, if the stock price keeps going down, and fingers crossed, we get a dividend of $20, $25, $30, $35 or more, how many shares of Mmat stock are we going to be able to buy with those preferred share dividend cash? So that's what I'm saying. The bleeding hurts right now. Don't get me wrong. It hurts. But if we get a cash dividend that's $20+, it's going to be scooped up, and there could be a potential squeeze on Mmat. Now, we don't want the squeeze down here at $3, but there's going to be a lot of buying pressure. Now, I'm going to go in here to Fintel and kind of go over the information here and keep you guys up to date. So the short squeeze score is 74.91, ranked 334 out of 5,500 stocks. There is 1 million shares that are available. Our short borrow fee is only a 1.28. Now I can see here for the 30th, our FINRA dark pool short volume ratio was a 57.40, and today was a 53.36. Considering on the 29th it was a 68.39. You know, they came down a little bit, but it's still pretty darn heavy. Here you can see on the 30th, we had a combined short volume ratio of 60.9. We'll probably have about a 56 or 57 on the combined there. We scroll down here and take a look. As of the 30th, about 15% short interest percent of float is what is being shorted right now. It says around 22.1 million shares here according to the Fintels. So let's go take a look here at the ownership. See if any we got any updates on this, guys. So we still have institutional owners, 209, 201 of them are long, 2 is short, and 6 is long and short. We still have the 281 million shares outstanding. Says the institutional shares are at a 14.88, basically 41.8 million shares. I'm still curious about this ownership accumulation score, why it dropped so much. I just don't understand it. We were always in the 90s, and now we're down to a 32. No updates on there. So let's go back here and see if we have any updates on buyers and sellers. Nothing there. We covered this in yesterday's video, the 3.1 million share position there. And we go to the sellers, and no sellers since the 22nd. Right there's another bullish situation, guys. There hasn't been no sellers registered since the 22nd. And even before the 22nd, you had to go back to the 16th. But on the buyers, there is just buyers everywhere, guys. Institutionals, the big totes, are buying this bad boy up. Look at this. Almost every day, there's 4 to 10 institutional people buying this up. And look at this here. All these ones in white are people that currently own the stock, and they're averaging down, their dollar costing in. So that is a bullish sign that these institutional money is rebuying the stock on the dip. So keep that in mind. They know what this is going to be long-term as well, guys. To see all these here in the white, these are people rebuying shares and adding to their position. The ones here in the green are brand new positions. So there is a lot of green. There's, I mean, not near as many green as there is white here for November. This is still November buyers, guys, all November. Now, keep in mind, not strictly here in November. These are 30 to 45 days behind. So probably sometime around September is when this was going on. So yeah, quick update here today. Just wanted to put that out there that the former CEO of Torch, Mr. John Berta, like I said, he has knowledge of metamaterials that is not known to us, retail traders or the public. And he, however, like to state that he has not sold a single common share or a single preferred share. So that gets me bullish. It gets me bullish because he was there for a long time, guys. He knows what that property's worth. He knows what that oil is worth. And we'll just keep fingers crossed that our girl roller pigeon is going to be right in that predicament on that dividend. I think she has like a $35 price target on it, man. If it's a $35 dividend, metamaterial stock is going to go to the moon because, I mean, that's just, guys, just think about it. If you have, I mean, just think about this real quick here. If you have 1,000 shares, let's just do this. I want you to see it. I mean, I know we know the math, but I just want you to physically see it. 1,000 shares times a $35 dividend, guys. I mean, you see that number there. $35,000 if we get a $35 dividend for every 1,000 shares. Now, I know the tax man's going to take us to town on taxes on it, but who cares? You know how many shares of metamaterials we're going to be able to buy with that? So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. If we get what she thinks the dividend is going to be, woo-wee is all I'm going to say. It's going to be some crazy stuff. We also got touch base that, of course, the dividends, right now the dividend could be $2, and we still be under the due bill process because the dividend is more than 25% of the current share price. So there's going to be some special rules regarding this dividend, so keep that in mind as well, and I'll keep you up to date whenever that comes out. So, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up, leave a comment down below. It helps out the algorithm, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.